Hi, this is Mark Watson from Roland for Allans Hyde, and I'm excited to bring you the new Roland JD-Xi, an interactive analog digital crossover synthesizer that incorporates fat analog sounds and modern digital power. This synthesizer is really easy to operate. It has a really interactive layout so you can quickly access the knobs for tweaking. It's got 37 mini keys, 129 voices for the digital synths and the drums. One of those voices is for the analog synthesizer with true analog circuitry. It has a 4-track pattern sequencer to be able to create your own loops, and also it's small enough to fit into any rig. So let me get to the sound straight away and start to show you what this baby can do. We're going to start off with some of the analog sounds. All of the analog circuitry is in blue, so it's easy to find. So let's select analog. Now, by accessing the interactive section, by shaping and modifying the sounds using filters, LFOs, envelopes and effects, we can change the sound ourselves and create our own new unique sounds. So a little bit of filter there, cut off, envelope. The envelope's only one knob, controlling what normally 4 knobs do. LFO. And some effects, adding some flanger and some delay and reverb. So that's one of the sounds. There's quite a few here. Great sounds. Use an arpeggiator to show them off. And how's this for fatness? So that's the analog synth. Let's have a look at some of the digital synth sounds. There's 2 parts here, so I'll select digital synth 1, and we can select different categories by using this very robust knob here. And let's start with some of the lead sounds. The first one that comes up is saw staccato lead. Again, obviously there's lots of LFO going on there. And we can change things like the filter. In the digital synth section, there's 4 different filters to choose from, which is cool. So let's have a look at some of the string sounds. If I select strings pads with the category selector, we can pull up JP8 strings, acoustic strings, pad sounds from different retro synths, etc. like that. Very beautiful, warm sounds. And then there's keyboard sounds too, like JD piano. And bass sounds. So there's a ton of sounds there synth-wise, and we also have our drum kits as well. If I select drum part, we can scroll through all the different patches available for drum kits. Everything from 808 kits, 909 kits, and right through to different acoustic kits as well. Every individual drum kit can be edited. You can get in and choose a sound and change the filter and effects, etc. of that particular sound. Which is pretty cool because you can create your own individual drum kit. So that's the basic layout of the synthesizer section. You start with your basic waveform, whether it be pure analog or one of the digital sounds or the drum kit, and then you go through and affect it with your filters and your LFOs and your envelopes, shaping the sound and then modifying it with things like reverb, compression, distortion, flanging, etc. Very easy and very cool workflow in the JD-Xi. The JD-Xi also has a built-in sequencer, and it has 3 different modes. So with those 4 different parts, you've got your 2 digitals, your 1 analog, synths, and your drums, you can actually program those into up to 4-bar loops. So it's pretty straightforward. You go into your menu and you select your pattern length, up to 4 bars. I'm selecting 2. And let's go straight away to the analog synth and see the bass sound that we have. All right, there we go. So what we can do is go into real-time record mode, which I will just select real-time record mode now, and we'll hear the metronome, and we can also adjust the tempo with the tempo button. So now we're going to record the drums. The drums initially I'm going to do with TR rec mode, which is very similar to the old 808, 909 drum machines. So we just simply select a kick drum and then place it on the beats that we want to place. Go to the second bar, again placing the beats where we want them to go. That's great. We have now the kick drum and the bass playing back with those 2 different modes. So let's now go to the third mode, which is the step time recording mode, and I'm going to put in the hi-hats. Now as I play, it will advance step by step through the loop in both bars as I play. And playback. Now let's add a snare. We'll put it in real-time record mode. And now we'll go to our synth pad section in part 2 and we'll add a string sound. We'll do that in real-time recording mode. And now we can play over the top with our lead sound that we have. I'm also going to use the arpeggiator, mute some parts as we're playing, and play with the filters and the effects at the same time. And there we have it. That's how you can easily create your own loops by using the different recording modes, step time, real time, and TR rec mode. Really cool way to be able to get creative and create your own sounds and then record them into your own different fields and vibes. There's also 256 preset programs that come with the JDXi that have different genres and different styles with lots of inspiration to give you a kick-off when you're creating your own sounds and your own songs, your own ideas and the fields as well. It's very cool. All right, so let's have a look at the vocoder. The JDXi comes with a built-in microphone, and also you have an input on the back that you can use a microphone of your own choice, but let's look at what that's for. What we can do is actually use 3 different voice modes. There's the vocoder mode, the AutoPitch mode, and the auto note mode. So first of all, I'm going to show you one of the sounds by using the vocoder, and we can actually play the notes and sing at the same time, and I will sound like a synthesizer. So you can do that sort of thing very much like Daft Punk example. Here's a chord thing. This is called ensemble. So you can use your voice as an LFO to actually shape the sound instead of using an LFO. It's very cool. The next mode's auto pitch mode. With this mode, it actually affects my singing voice, and we can add effects to it, and it'll also correct the pitch of my singing as well. So if I go like this, So you can hear it's bending the pitch to the right area, and also I'm adding effects to it as well. Very cool. Hello. The third mode is auto note mode. So I can select a synth sound. Now I can hit auto note mode and sing the synthesizer if you like. The notes that I sing, instead of playing them on the keyboard, my voice will trigger the sound. So that's the three different modes you can use vocally using the microphone built into the JDXi. It's pretty cool. So the JDXi has analog synthesis, digital synthesis. You can get in, put your hands on the knobs, create some really cool sounds, save them, store them, sequence them, create your own patterns, and have a lot of fun with this very interactive hybrid synthesizer. Get down to Allan Billy Hyde's today and check this machine out. You won't regret it. It's a great machine. It's small enough to put in the back of your car, big enough to make fat sounds. Get on down to Allan's Billy Hyde and check it out. I'm Mark Watson for Roland. Thanks for watching.